Okay. Platinum. Platinum used to be super valuable, especially when it comes to more of the industrial market, automotive manufacturing. Historically, it was placed for its rarity, but it has seen a decline in demand, especially with automotive manufacturing. And so, different producers are trying to implement different strategies to reposition platinum in different ways and kind of compare its status among different precious metals to see, what works and what doesn't, since there's been more of like a downturn in what it's been sort of used for.
To answer the first question on how do the activities of the firms in this industry align with the product and activation strategy, everybody in this industry is currently having to change everything they're doing because we're moving to the electric market where platinum is no longer needed in cars, so they have to find a different use for it. And the statistic was 41% of platinum goes to the automotive industry, which obviously that's going to be like 10 to 20% within the next 2 or 3 years. So nobody's using it for cars anymore, which means that they have to find somewhere else. So they're trying to put jewelry out in front. They're trying to do other things with platinum. Jewelry's in the top one, especially in India. There's a lot of but they're trying to push that forward. I think it was called BTI. That was like their jewelry manufacturer, I think, for platinum. And then they were giving out like free platinum gifts to try and get people to come and like look at it. So obviously all of these firms are currently doing some sort of
Platinum is used for catalytic converters.
yeah, catalytic converters. Platinum's needed like
I just think it puts these companies in like a really difficult position because, well, first of all, their product is no longer needed by their biggest consumer. So kind of trying to like reposition their product requires so much marketing, requires like a completely unknown return on investments, and they're kind of just totally going into the unknown and going against these precious metals that have been so valuable for so many years. Is like it's an uphill battle. It's going to be super difficult, but I mean, it can be done.
Yeah, they're trying to battle the gold standard, which is a little ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's not really gold.
Yeah.
One of the advantages if they are able to like pull it off is that they can command a more niche market with premium pricing. So I feel like once they get more of a demand for like platinum jewelry, they'll be able to still have like pretty high profit margins. Because I feel like they were probably making a ton of money off of selling the platinums for cars and catalytic converters, whatever they were using it for before. And I feel like those margins can still exist in higher end markets like jewelry.
Yeah, one thing that I found interesting about this article was just their unique challenge of how they need to basically wholly revamp their product positioning of what they've been using in cars for so long, but now they need to wholly just rehaul their product positioning, and they're trying to do that against gold, which has historically been like, along with diamonds, like the top precious metal in the jewelry industry, the thing that the thing that everyone covets and what you buy your significant other. And now that they're trying to sort of move in on that, like it just has such a historical base. I think that's really going to be tough for them to do that, but so we'll see. But I think that trying to capitalize on using India as just a huge jewelry market and giving out, like Gabe said, free gifts and cheap things, I think that could work out for them. I think that's creative, could be successful. I don't know.
Yeah, that's such a large market. Probably the best way to start every time you sell it to a large mass of people trying to get everybody on board. Probably going to start at the most popular market. Does that make sense? But at the same time, there's just no way that platinum will ever beat out the gold standard. Like, everybody loves gold. It's part of pretty much everything. It's really valuable. Other than diamonds, there's nothing else that's about as valuable as gold.
It's interesting you bring up the diamond thought because, I mean, jewelry, for example, we kind of transitioned in some ways. Like obviously there's like the mine of diamonds, but now there's also lab grown diamonds. And so I wonder if that's something that like their sort of strategy is shifting. Yes, it's like pretty much the same gem, but totally different. And some people do prefer like the mine diamonds because it has more of like an appeal, I guess. But maybe focusing like in the platinum industry or the platinum companies, trying to research whatever the diamond world did, because that is very much that's still a shift because it has to do with the consumer attitude and what they value in gem or metals and whatnot. So that's a really I feel like another disadvantage that I didn't necessarily read about was like just think about the amount of jobs that they can use through this. People are training now with the automotive industry in a specific way to manufacture cotton. They've been doing this for a long time because all the electrical cars are more or less coming out now versus like, I don't know, 15 years ago. And so that is also a big switch and I'm definitely seeing a lot of layoffs and a lot of money being put into research and, employee training that was not being done before. And so just higher costs overall in general. Like I speak here, I wrote down like high marketing costs. I think it's high marketing costs, but also just like significantly switching the market. So many jobs.
I think along with that, there was also a risk of limited consumer interest in the appeal of gold and silver. I mean, it also has some advantages because they're retaining a premium image and they're driving higher margins and they're reducing dependence on the declining industrial.
Going off of that, even though we're focusing on platinum right now, how platinum is sort of getting pushed out of the market that it historically was used for, I think that going forward, as more advanced products come out and more alternative resources are used for things, we're going to see this happen to a lot more industries. So it's a pretty disruptive and sort of exciting time to be a business student. Hopefully we'll see oil and coal be used a lot less, and they won't go down without a fight because that's such a huge industry that creates so many jobs and so much revenue. But hopefully, just as time progresses, we'll see more alternative resources and more disruption like this.
Nobody ever wanted to work in a place because they would never make money. It's like Ford, they're like, why would I make an electric car? Everybody wants something else. Yeah, that's what people wanted. So the platinum, it was doing good for a long time and they pushed against the They didn't want it because they knew once it came around, they weren't going to be used. I feel like there's a lot of industries that platinum who would like push against some of those old ideas that people already knew what the best choice would be, but they didn't make them because they wanted to make more money, and now we're having to go making big choices, which has made it harder on our society.